From 2020 to 2025, it's reported that over 500 plus people have died as a result of fuel tanker explosions. Some of these people who died were minding their businesses, while some were scooping the fuel that had poured out of those overturned tankers. Now one wonders, do we never learn from history? October 18, 1998 is a date that the Niger Delta, Nigeria can never forget, because that was when the Jesse pipeline explosion occurred. That pipeline belonging to the NNPC was supplying fuel from Warri up north, Kaduna. And that means that fuel was being transported from here to there via pipelines, via rail, via other means more than what we have going on right now, mainly fuel tankers. Well, that is a story for another day. Now, these people had heard that that particular pipeline had ruptured. Was it as a result of pipeline vandals? The story is not very clear. But all that is clear is that over 1,000 people lost their lives from that explosion. Some were burnt beyond recognition at the location, while some died in hospitals. Some even ran away from the hospital because they were afraid they were going to be arrested. Now, how the explosion occurred, again I'll say, nobody can really tell. The people had gone there to scoop fuel. Some of them were using metal pails, metal basins, buckets, and maybe one touched the pipeline, or maybe they touched themselves and kaboom! That gave birth to that disaster. Many years after, this is still happening, but this time it's from tankers that are moving fuel from one place to the other, driving in the midst of people, using roads that are not very decent, being driven sometimes by young people who are high on God knows what. Some many years after Jesse, October 15, 2024, another terrible one, even though others had been happening, this time concerning fuel tankers that overturn in the midst of people. This one happened in Jigawa State. Sadly, it was at night. It was said that at about 11 p.m. that day, this fuel tanker was being moved from one place to the other to distribute fuel, obviously. But somehow, an accident occurred and the tanker overturned, fuel started spilling. Unfortunately, it was at night. Over 167 families were said to have been affected. Over 200 people died in that particular accident that happened dead of night, and many were young people. This was in October 2024. Not long after that, January 2025, another tanker had overturned and was spilling its content on the road. Unfortunately, this time, locals gathered and they started scooping fuel. What do you expect? Kaboom! It went up in flames, exploded, and several people also lost their lives. Now, about a week after that happened in Diko in Niger State, another one happened in Enugu State. This time, a petrol-laden tanker had fallen along the Enugu-Onitsha Federal Highway in Ugoniema axis, and a lot of people got roasted. Not too long after that, another one happened. This time, the tanker had lost control because the brakes failed. It rammed into vehicles and claimed so many lives. Some of these people who were lost were members of the same family. Imagine a family losing about 11 members, 4 members. In fact, the death of one person, as it is said, diminishes me. The cases are many. The numbers are many. 1 is a big number. And I keep asking myself, is it that people, those who died while trying to scoop fuel, is it that they did not hear all these things before now? Some will say the culprit is hunger, that people are hungry. So when they see this thing happening, they struggle to go and collect. If now 25 liters you get, you know how much that be now. But then, that movement, scooping one into that jerrycan or into that basin, in less than 30 seconds, anything could have happened. Kaboom! And they say die na die or die na die. But my brother, my sister, let me say this in pidgin. Some kind of die there where you go dey pray say somebody go kill you as you dey die that die. Because the die too painful. That is the death of fire and fuel. And if that person no come die, the pains, the scars after that, not be here. And even if the person gets money, the surgeries, the operations to try get the life back, to try look normal, not be here, not be here at all. So, the question is, you go allow, say because of hunger, you hear say petrol pour for ground, you go run go dey pack am? I think make you say no, because a word is enough for the wise. The experience mustn't be your own. Yes, hunger is in the land. Yes, life could be difficult sometimes. But let's not allow it push us into danger. There are a lot of things responsible for all these fuel tankers overturning and all that. At this point, the ruling class, what really is going on with our roads? So much has been spent on our roads, but they're still looking the way they are looking. Some of these tankers overturn because of bad roads. Some of these tankers overturn because they are poorly maintained. And sometimes you have inexperienced, reckless, wicked people driving these tankers. If you see the way when some of them they drive, they go want pursue you come off a road. And you wonder, are these people sane? I think we should look into this and turn the tide. What happens to our pipelines via which fuel can be transported from here to there? What happened to the rail system that you could use to transport fuel to? Are they foolproof? No, but they are better. That's the recap for this week. And I hope it does something for you. Oh, and finally, our elders say, woman will never see anything, now they hold, baby, they run. But when she see wetin pass her, she go forget and go run, everything go dey fly. And so you're supposed to do. Whenever you hear that a tanker has overturned and fuel is spilling, my brother, my sister, no stand look. No stand, if you call person no hear, no answer again. No stand to take picture. Do like the woman wey no care, run, let everything fly. Run.
Thank you, I'm Cordelia. See you next time.